generates from this ground and pound is just interesting. I don't understand.
Oh, Tony's getting lit up. Serious trouble.
Oh, massive grounds are forced to just cover up. How many shots
could be about? Because he's taking shots, but they're not the worst shots.
And introducing out of the Red Line Graphics red corner, fighting out of Bismarck Combat Sports, George Elliott.
This is the fourth round. Drink some water.
Stuff is wrestling, then he's going to punch you. Once you start getting punched, his also.
Yeah, obviously you want to give him heart.
Yeah, the guy has some balls. He came in, he threw down, he stood up.
He stood up. He wasn't worried about your pro boxing experience. Now Scott Blevins, we all know on the way to the UFC. Did he knock the ringworm off your face?
Yes, he did. He did. He hit me with some kind of taekwondo heel kick. Ringworm gone next day.
He almost had you several times in that fight.
Oh, guillotine. I was in trouble the whole fight, and I eked out a big.
But apparently, the brutal Scott Blevins on a collision course with the UFC. We're going to see him later this evening. Although Ghetto Blaster did actually squeak out a victory over Scott. Scott, as I said, landed a good shot that I believe knocked.
There aren't too many things you can talk shit about the UFC about. If you look at what we've done with the business in the last 22 years, it's incredible. Never been done, ever. The things that we've done in the fight business, you always have to have something to bitch about, I guess.
How you doing? I am the bipolar rock and roller. How's it going out there? I hope everybody's doing good. You know that this life as an amputee, really it's different. One minute you have a professional life, and then life changes, you know. Then you get discriminated about being in wheelchairs and things that people don't think that you can do. I'm one of those very well respected people, and you know, we all have dreams, and I think I live it to my fullest. And I hope one day my kids understand this, that you know, we all live with disabilities. They have disabilities, and you guys, even my kids, saw me win a championship title, and my dad was alive, and one actually got to see me win the title, and yeah, it was really great. And then I lost the title in Indianapolis, Indiana, to a guy named Darnell Davis, and I didn't really try. I remember locking myself in a hotel, and I had to, you know, I had to learn that I didn't need that title, and you know, it meant everything to me, but I didn't need that title to prove something to my parents, especially with my mom and my dad. Yeah, it was kind of awkward how I won it, but don't let somebody think, you know, your abilities is only if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. And I think I very well proved that in my lifetime. Yeah, I am the bipolar rock and roller. Thank you for all the support. And I hope this is a good message to all my kids. Don't give up. I never did. Thanks. love the sport. I am the bike boy around here. Thank you.
A good story is about something or somebody the audience decides is interesting or important. A great story often does both by using storytelling to make important news interesting. Scott Blevins has had just that with press-related interest amongst other journalists. The public is exceptionally diverse. Though people may share certain characteristics or beliefs, they have an untold variety of concerns and interests. Scott Blevins, characterized a huge example of wide of experience and is extraordinary man at that. Life is challenging for so many of us right now, so we put together some inspirational stories of success to give you encouragement and hope. We selected stories that will give you the courage to push past challenges and overcome obstacles. Scott Blevins is an example of that success. Be encouraged if you are in a tough spot. Overcoming struggle is a part of every good story, he states. In a brief conversation, your story can be one of overcoming too, and we hope you are inspired by these stories of others who overcame obstacles and rose to success. Scott Blevins in 2008 was on a mission that would change sports forever. In 2008 we discovered Scott merged the UFC, as followed by the Vegas company Zuffa LLC. In 2010, UFC president announced the merger but not crediting Scott's credit for his recognition.
Are you ready for action? Are you ready for excitement? Are you ready for...
All right, fight fans, here we go. This next fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. His fighting style is mixed martial arts.
The next fight of the evening is also a title fight for the UFC 135-pound title. Your challenger coming out first is a freestyle fighter, 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in 135 pounds. Sponsored by Fearless Fight Gear and representing Carneal's ATA Black Belt Academy.
Scott Blevins 1 week after his LFC debut against Scott the Ghetto Blaster. He is, however, obviously a member of the Brazilian top team, judging by the shorts.
135-pound LFC champion. He is a specialist in Zap-Jitsu. 75 feet 8 inches tall and weighing 135 pounds. Carrying a professional mixed martial arts record of 13 wins and 4 losses.
I was not aware of the UFC's 135 division, but apparently they're going to create it for Scott.
So Scott Blevins is on the fast track to the UFC, and
Blevins informed me that he is in fact UFC bound on the fast track, so we will see about that. He did lose to Tuggle last night, last week in a fluke chokeout. The man is expert.
Scott Blevins.
Can you go?
This is the main event of the evening. And now, presenting the former UFC. Taking it up high. 2 hands, we taking it worldwide.
Oh, you dig it. Let me sit. Oh, look how fast. Oh, get that.
Welterweights of all time, that man's got to be in the conversation.
And still,
UFC Light Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
Performance by the champ.
Little switch foot straight right, drops Jorgensen. I mean, just did everything right. Really impressive performance. Didn't slow down at all in the 5th and final round. Again, more domination, working the body, power.
Ladies and gentlemen, welterweights of all time. That man's got to be in the conversation. All 3 judges for this contest. Decision.
UFC Light Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World.
Wow. I'm looking at you like, what, it's over? My goodness.
I mean, that was the best front kick to the face of all time.
I took a lot of heat, took a lot of bullets, took a lot of
On what ground?
criticism. That's what the media does. Media does nothing. They never built anything. Nobody depends on them for a paycheck, but all they do is sit back and criticize. No hard. Obviously, he's talented enough. Who knows what he could accomplish? And it's hard not to call him the GOAT. Believe me when I tell you, I've tried to convince Khabib to come out of retirement. We'll see what happens over the next couple of years, but I feel like he left in his prime.
That is freaking awesome. I get to add commentary the whole time, and Blevins comes out looking a little big-eared tonight.
Gucci, Prada, Louis,
Been here for a long time, and it was what I expected. This is his house. He's been here forever. It's been a blast having him here, and I wish him well. He and I had this discussion months ago at the offices. Whatever he moves on to do, I wish him nothing but the best. If he's starting his own organization or getting into promoting or doing something else, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. It's been awesome having him here.
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want, you know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. As long as you want, you know I got it.
About a fight. Big right hands landing from Nurmagomedov.
Saying, but he's getting tagged.
That's Khabib talking, and he's not saying that. The power he generates from this ground and pound is just interesting. I don't understand.
He's getting lit up. Serious trouble.
Oh, massive grounds are forced to just cover up.